Hi, folks. This is Mountain Man coming to you from parts unknown. I hope my voice is coming in good and clear, and I hope everybody out there is having a good evening. And I got my thumbnail up, says Mr. T. Mr. T told Elon to get more aggressive. We've got a country to save. We can't be farting around. And, Macron came to the White House, and Trump keeps going like he's going. Before you know it, there's going to be full-blown peace breaking out all over the world. But anyway, let's see. Let's play a little something for you all while you're coming in. And we'll see how the signal holds up.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? The palace found out that we had her whole allegations about different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton, we had everything. Do I think he was killed? 100%. Yes, I do. Because he made his whole living blackmailing people. There were a lot of men in those planes, a lot of men who visited that island, a lot of powerful men who came into that apartment.
ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS, okay? He's the founder. He founded ISIS. And I would say the co-founder would be crooked Hillary Clinton. They have unsuccessfully tried to take down the wrong person.
He's absolutely going to come back with full vengeance the next time around.
I think about what 4 years of a retribution presidency might look like. Our Constitution really does give the president tremendous power to destroy. This will be something we could never have imagined.
I get a copyright strike every time I play this video. A notification. But anyway, yeah. So maybe I'll just do an abbreviated version tonight and see if they still do the same thing. They block it. Oh, look there. There she is. Miss America. Well, not really Miss America, but there she is. Stacey Abrams. You know, she doesn't need a cigarette holder. She can stick one right between her teeth there and puff away and not even use her fingers or anything. But, yeah, we're going to follow up on this DOGE business. Look, they even made candles of her. Where'd it go? Saint Stacey. Right? Brought to you by the U.S. government. Uncle Sam been picking everybody's pockets and spending it on a bunch of garbage. But anyway, Stacey Abrams scam uncovered by DOGE, ? For a fledgling nonprofit called Power Forward Communities, which had close ties to Democrat Stacey Abrams. Power Forward Communities was only a few months old, with just $100 in the bank when it received $100 in the bank, and it received $2 billion grant in 2024. What in the world? On their website, they listed partnerships with 2 other nonprofits, both founded by Stacey Abrams. That will get you on a candle. Abrams also served as senior counsel for Rewiring America. Am I reading that right? An organization that leads a Power Forward Communities. I'll be darned. She's such a good person. Yeah, let me move this over so you can see. Saint Stephanie. And I wonder if she's going to have a little cell somewhere. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. She needs one. She needs one. I wonder how many people actually bought those candles. How you doing, Doc? Colette, how you doing? For Freedom, Tracy, Kathy, Sherry, Rebecca, Robin, love. How you doing? Debbie. Television shows. Benjamin's here. Wayne's here. Hey, give me a thumbs up, he says. Flannel cheese. Nice to see you. Let's see. Wow, my Ronald's here. Marie. Yeah. Jersey Joe. Oh, brother, he said. Canis, clean up. Made it. Todd made it. All right. Yeah, not a little cell. Have to be one with a pretty strong bunk in there. David, how you doing? Gloria, no, you're right on time. You're right on time. So hurry and get your Stacey Abrams candle today. I'm going to put this as my background. I haven't had this up in a while, but I think it's prescient. Prescient, don't you think? Ephesians 6:12. Because this now is the time and the hour. And Trump was getting that through to Elon, you know. It doesn't matter what they say. And I'm sure Elon doesn't really care. But still, turn up the heat. Get aggressive. They're on the run. They're on the run. Yeah, Melinda said hit the like button. Jerry, said arrest her. A Google account. Nice to see you. Oh, yeah, they had a candle for Dr. Ouchie. Here's the video I was telling you all about. Evil Ouchie. That's extraordinary evil. S-H-I and then T. Woody Harrelson slams Andy. If you want to watch it on Sky News Australia, that was just yesterday. So the word's getting out. And I pulled this up from the past. Whoa. I don't want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of evil Ouchie. Yeah, I pulled this up blast from the past about Zelensky. Even though I think he has been co-opted as a gray hat. And I was reading reports out of News from Eastern Services, if you get my drift. The Trump administration is pretty much telling Zelensky to get out of Dodge, go to France, put an egg in your shoe and beat it. Make my pants and split. So I don't know. Let's see which way that ball bounces. And here he's doing the old one eye and finger symbols, and we all know about his little Gaby dance that he did here. And here's the something that didn't get reported. I talked about the other day. If you want to see that, you can look it up too. You just come back to the beginning of the video and get screenshots of these. You go look them up. Missing Nigerian king. They found him. They found him arrested by FBI for fraud. What kind of fraud? CVID money. CVID money. It's all over the world, all around the country. People were taken from that slush fund. All it was a big slush fund. So I don't know how many people email and sent in their 5 things. Send in 5 things that you did last week. We got to say goodbye to Roberta Flack. Eyewitness News put this up. More people have put it up, but this is the one I got a screenshot of. Singer Roberta Flack, whose signature voice and soulful interpretations capitulated her to the top of the charts and influenced generations. She has died. She's 80. She was 88. So I I'm sure you all remember Roberta Flack, and that was that generation's ultimate teenage with his song, "Killing Me Softly." I never made sense of the song, but hey, teenage drama, right? Everybody sang that song over and over and over again. Well, we heard about the big victory in Germany, where the Germs live. And I told you all that the, whatever it is, APU party or whatever they call the hard right, beat out the libs that have been causing all the trouble. And the so-called center-right party won the majority of the votes. They ran on mimicking the so-called hard right, saying they were going to close the borders. We've had enough immigration. CDU party. Well, Inevitable West put this video up, which I didn't get a copy of, but it's only 10 seconds long, I think. Breaking. Their leader breaks promises within 24 hours. None of us want to close the border. They said the day after the elections, they broke their promise. So the what they call the hard right is really going to make gains now. So apparently the Germs had a uniparty, all right? And with the conservatives and the liberals all riding on the same train, talking the same bunch of crap. And but that's okay, because the other party can stymie them and also win more elections. So we'll see which way that ball bounces. I have to get with my friend from Brazil. Whoa. And find out what's going on. Did you notice that Trump was welcomed Bolsonaro's son at one of his dinners? And I had mentioned that Jair Bolsonaro was under house arrest. They say he tried to poison Lula. Well, he couldn't make it to Trump's inauguration. But his son has made an appearance and spent some time with Mr. T. So we shall see how that drama unfolds. Now, did you all see what's her face? Got fired? What's her face? Where is she? I got her right here. There she is. She did a little podcast about her getting fired. And, I don't know how much they were paying her, but I'm sure it was in the millions. And she's got staff that she pays. Like I said, I can't do these kind of videos every day because I don't have any staff. I don't have any editor or production person or somebody to make my thumbnails or anything like that. So, but these people have staff, and they're all part of this false culture. All this support thinks they're on the right side of history, thinks they're so intelligent, and they're living in an illusion, along with their little decrepit audience numbers. But she does cry at the beginning, but then she goes forward with her own crap, and I'll just let you listen to her. Joy, let's read.
My show had value, and that, I'm sorry, that what I was doing had value. And in the end, I'm sorry, I try not to cry on TV. And this is kind of like me on TV, so I apologize. And that it mattered. I see Karen is there, and she's been texting me as well. And so what I will just say is that in the end, thank you. Where I land is that the moment that of guilt that I felt, that I went hard on so many issues, whether it was the Black Lives Matter issues of a young baby or a mom or a dad that was killed, or when we opened up people's eyes, Black folks, that, or went hard for immigrants who've done nothing but come to this country like my parents did and try to make a life and defended them. Or whether we've talked about what the president is doing that is subversive to the Constitution, that is injurious to our liberty, you know, defending books that people find inconvenient, you know, that Nicole Hannah-Jones put into our spirit, that we need to understand 1619 as the real founding of this country, whether it's talking about any of these issues, and yes, whether it's talking about Gaza and the fact that we as the American people have a right to object, to little babies being bombed. And where I come down on that is I'm not sorry. I am not sorry that I stood up for those things, because those things are of God. And you know, I'm a church girl too, and those are the things that I was taught were of God. And so I'm not sorry. I'm just proud of my show.
Well, you don't have a lot to be proud of. You notice how they fall back on God. They say they're justified because they are godly. She talks about the children in Palestine, you know, but not a peep about how many people end up in dumpsters behind Planned Parenthood with their body parts being sold. That happened there. Not a bit of attempt to try to see what happened with these professors and scientists in Pennsylvania. Remember that? The colleges in Pennsylvania doing research on little human beings that they claimed were unborn. Nothing about that. And 1619, what the hell are they talking about? The founding of the country was based on our concepts of natural law and liberty, which is embodied in the Constitution. People that coalesced, that had studied previous civilizations, political science, and philosophy, and came up with something that we could all coalesce under and fight for. I mean, the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock, but they didn't have that entire thought process figured out. That wasn't the founding of the country. And, you know, if you were an indentured servant, you were in the same boat as somebody who was taken from Jamaica, Cuba, Colombia, Africa, and placed in chains as a slave. Same boat. They just called them indentured servants. So anyway, it's a total exaggeration and victimization BS. Where is she? Here she is. She recovered. And I guess she did. I don't know if she has another show to do or not, but she had Rachel the Mad Cow, which I thought was the one going next. And I guess she used her sparkle paper towels and dried her little tears and got this pack of losers together and seemed to be in a better mood.
Here, let's talk about this, because I wanted you guys to be here with me, because you are my comrades in arms in covering this insane moment that we're in when it comes to what is happening in our country. I want to start with you, Rachel. I would love for you to give our audience just your take, your tips. What do you think people can be doing right now that's effective?
Well, first I want to say that I love you, Joy.
I love you.
And that I am bereft that the readout is ending. I just can't even, I sort of can't get beyond that. So I want to say that, but that is also part of what I think I have to say to the country about this moment, which is find people who you respect and trust and love and make common cause with them and help yourself by learning from them and help them by standing up for them. And I think we have tried to do that. And I think that in important ways we have failed, but I think it's still the right thing to try to do. And so whether that means, joining something locally or whether that means making some sort of more unofficial common cause with the people in your life who you respect and who you think are people you can depend on, I feel about you. You gotta join forces. We can. None of us can do this alone. And being atomized and dislocated and picked off one by one is a strategy of the other side, and we need to stick together.
Indeed. And when you're hearing Rachel say that, know that no one fights for us harder in this company than Rachel Maddow. And when I tell you she is our fearless leader, we mean it. And she is our super friend. We love her so much.
Well, she's probably next. But she, before I played this clip, when I played the first one, I thought to myself, she's going to end up being like these retired federal workers I told you all about that ends up going in some small town where she doesn't have to, she saves some money. She doesn't need the big paycheck. She can go to some small community and try to run the show there, run for planning commission or these are the types of people who do that. And sure enough, I play this video and Rachel Maddow is telling her to do that. Go to some small town and try to make a difference. Make a difference. She said, we're being atomized and dislocated. Yeah, that's right. Obliterated would be better term, and that's what's going to happen. That creep on the very right there, Lawrence Tribe. Lord Haw Haw, he's going to go down too. So let's see. I found they had another shakeup. Let's see. She wasn't the only one to go. Where are they at? It was a total of 4. Got the axe. I axe you. Let's see. Bear with me while I find it. MSNBC. Well, while I'm looking for that, I'll go ahead and put here it is. Eamon Moylan, I don't know what the hell his name is. Paul, I can't read his bubble bath girl. What the hell? MSNBC canned more anchors and canceled their shows. Joy Reid was fired this weekend. And then you have this Eamon character, Katie Fang, Jonathan Capehart, were given their walking papers on Monday, which was today. Legacy media is collapsing. There they are. I've never heard of any of them, but they all had their own shows, The Readout and Sidebar. And I don't know what the other 2 idiots were, but apparently neither did most of America. Oh, and guess who else is getting the hell out of here? Big forehead himself. Lester Holt, the forehead. Lester Holt steps down as anchor of NBC's Nightly News. There you are, Lester. And, Trump did give him a fair shake when he deserved it. And he smacked him around a little bit when he deserved that too. So, bye-bye, Lester. Who's next? But they keep replacing him with that creep I played the video of the other day. Speaking of creeps, I didn't get a clear shot of this because I was just reading it off my studio. ATF General Counsel. I didn't read the whole article. the whole headline. I just said, mention it during one of my broadcasts. I thought it was a guy. But I thought it was somebody that looked like Opie or Howdy Doody, or, a guy like Bob Backlund. I don't know if any people in the audience remember Bob Backlund used to be a wrestler. But it's a woman named Pamela Hicks. But they're saying they're going to be ditching ATF. And the ATF, what is that? Alcohol, tobacco, firearms. They started out as revenuers. Remember I talked about that? Revenuers. Going to make sure people were getting their whiskey stamped. And then tobacco was to make sure cigarettes, if you buy a pack of cigarettes, they have little stamps on the bottom of them. Remember the Stamp Act? Okay. Way after 1619. The Stamp Act. Remember the Boston Tea Party? All having to do with taxes and stamps. But anyway, so the ATF got their digits into firearms. Started off being revenuers trying to shake up moonshiners. And then it got into whatever it's morphed into today. And they're talking about getting rid of it. I'm all for it. All they do is try to set up people. I've been in a position where they tried to set me up in the past, about 15 years ago or more than that. I'll tell the story one day. I called them out. They were emailing me trying to get me to buy or trade they wanted to mail me a sawed-off shotgun. And if I would have accepted that, they were assuring me it was legal to do that. And it was just an ATF agent trying to entrap somebody. But anyway, here is state sued to stop DOGE. I put that up there just to show you. Boy, doesn't that look familiar as far as a map goes. You get rid of North Carolina. And, of course, Trump won the swing states. But you don't see any traditionally red states except for North Carolina. And Arizona, once they took over Maricopa County with Georgie Sorgiosio and his $2 million he gave to the sheriff there that ousted Joe Arpaio. Here's a something somebody put up, and the caption was trying to figure out 5 things I did last week. Trying to figure out 5 things I did last week. Here's Javier Milei giving Elon a golden chainsaw, and that's right after that's when Trump truthed out. You need to get more aggressive, Elon, and that might be why he had Make Argentina Great show up and get with Elon to get more aggressive. Let's hope so. I thought this was funny, too. Put this on your Meta. This guy tweeted this out. What's that called? Viral architect. Some more swanky Northern Virginian, what do you say? Houses just went on the market. Government agencies trying to hide their waste from DOGE. Oh, it's going to be glorious. It is glorious. Angela, how you doing? That's right. It's all legal. Hi, Darla. I'm just looking through the chats real quick. So, anyway, this is how we're going to start my broadcast off last night. I was going to say I haven't seen Democrats this upset since yesterday. So anyway, let's see what's going on here. Trump himself put this up. Trump put this up on his truth page. Got done last week. Cried about Trump. Cried about Elon. Made it into the office for once. Read some emails. Cried about Trump and Elon some more. Well, I got a video of this. I got a couple of videos about how crazy these people are getting. They are completely out of touch with how life rolls. Here is a young lady telling us how life works. Apparently, she works for the federal government.
Well, we're about a month in, and Alonia still doesn't understand how chain of command works. It is Saturday, and government employees are receiving an email from hr@opm.gov. Let me show you. As a federal employee, I just want to remind everybody that I do not report to OPM. I report to my supervisor, who reports to their supervisor, who reports to our HR, who reports to a lot of other people, but I do not report to OPM. As you can see, it says, please reply to this email with approximately 5 bullets of what you accomplished last week and CC your manager. Please do not send any classified information. Deadline is this Monday at 11:59 p.m. Alonia also tweeted and said that if we don't respond by the deadline, that it will count as our resignation. But the deadline said this coming Monday. It didn't even have a date listed. They keep sending these emails on Saturdays and then saying that we miss the emails because we're lazy. But I don't think that these people understand that government employees get paid to take home their laptop and work on the weekends. So that would be more taxpayer dollars going to waste.
Nowhere in this email does it state.
No, you just
if I miss this deadline.
You just do it Monday when you get into work. Okay? 5 things you did last week. She said, well, they don't tell you which Monday. Doesn't even say which Monday. No date on it. The Monday following the Saturday, they send it to you, nitwit. But you see, they don't have a boss, they except their immediate supervisor, who probably doesn't come to work either.
Nowhere in this email does it state that I even have to open the email. So I will be reporting this email as phishing until my manager tells me otherwise. These people seem to think that they can operate outside of the law, outside of employment law, outside of just judiciary processes. So yeah, I don't know. Join your union, organize, talk to people in real life, find people that have similar values to you.
We're so cooked.
I hope you get fired. One of the reasons Elon sent that, if I find it, I'll put it up. He's basically saying, is this it? Might not be. Let me see. Oh, this is about something Trump posted. No, he put it out because there are people who have emails that aren't even real. They never check their emails. And if somebody can't open an email, I think that's the Office of Professional Management or something. I mean, that's something you better open. That means it's somebody who's not doing their job or may not even be a real person. Might be someone who is receiving paychecks under some of those false Social Security numbers we've been hearing about. Here's something that Branko put out 2 days ago. Time to go to work at cash. Branko does these cartoons. Shift's about to hit the fan. Cash confirmed. Dan Bongino. Did you all see? Now, I want to see if I'm going to get in trouble for this. I'm going to play you all a video from Dan Bongino. Because he said he's not going to let it go. He's not going to let go what happened last time around in 2020. And I've been told, even though it's been a little while, that if I mention anything about it, my channel could get in big trouble. But this is someone who is a high official in the current presidential administration. He's been sworn in. So, do you think I'll get in trouble for playing his words? Now, it's got some kind of music in the background. I don't know if they'll use that. But if you're watching this video after the live stream, you see this picture of Dan Bongino. I will post this video on my Truth Social page. If it disappears from the video, you'll know I got in trouble for it. Or if my channel doesn't exist anymore, or if I'm gone for a week, I guess it won't matter. But anyway, let me go ahead and play it. You'll hear him say he's not going to let go of what those 51 intelligence agents did. He's not going to let go of what they did to us in the last election and how badly it hurt this country. So I'll go ahead and play it. We'll see if I get in trouble.
Folks, they always accuse you of what they're doing. And because they're terrified that their tyranny is not going to continue if Donald Trump wins, they're now doing this simple distraction technique that has appealed to useful idiots for a long time and been used by commies, socialists, Soviets. They've used it forever. They just blame you for exactly what they're doing.
Politico recently spoke with former intelligence officials about how on edge the idea of a second Trump term makes all of them.
Are you freaking kidding me? Are these the same 51 intelligence officers who falsely bullshitted America? These scumbags, every single one of them. You hear me? Absolute scumbags. You don't like the word? Too bad. That's what you are. A bunch of scumbag fuckwads. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. 51 of you pieces of shit who told America before an election.
50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plan.
During campaign season, you want to be able to understand everything that the Russians might do.
This laptop that would have if Trump got reelected, probably wouldn't be a Russian invasion of Ukraine, probably wouldn't have been an October 7th attack either. We'd be living in a different world right now because you 51 intelligence scumbags, knowing you were full of shit the whole time, now you dare, you've got the balls to say that Trump could weaponize the spy services? I'm demanding an investigation if Trump wins into all of these people for a conspiracy to interfere in an election and potentially worse. And Joe Biden's going to be the first target of that investigation. You will never, ever teach these people that deep state lawfare is wrong without exposing them to the same sets of rules they want to impose on us. Someone did steal an election, and Joe Biden was a field general in that war on election integrity. Listen to me. I want an investigation into this conspiracy to steal the 2020 election, and no, we shouldn't let it go. I don't want to hear shit about, oh, it's time to move on. It's not time to move on, or they'll do it again.
It's terrifying. It's frightening.
They stole this damn thing. They hid that laptop information. You know it. We know it. I want everyone as either, they better give depositions, and if they committed criminal activity, I want them charged too. The deep state is real. It's members of the media. It's intelligence community members. Here's the key, active and retired. It's bureaucrats within the government.
Mr. Vindman, you testified in your deposition that you did not know the whistleblower.
Ranking member, it's Lieutenant Colonel Vindman, please.
You testified in the deposition that you did not know
advice of my counsel, I've been advised not to answer specific questions about members of the intelligence community.
It is saboteurs inside the Trump administration last time. The deep state is real. The deep state is real.
Tell me, are you worried about this retribution concept playing out?
Yeah, Jamie Raskin's worried about it. He's on, you see the same faces on the other video that I put up with, what's her name? I can't remember. But anyway, I put it up a bunch of times. But anyway, it's always the same suspects. Always the same suspects. Hi, Bill. How you doing? So, okay, Todd, you saw it played on somebody else's. We'll see if I go or they go, or hopefully. Has word gotten out that they can't do that anymore? Especially if you're putting up something that's from a official with the Trump administration. They cannot censor it. Is that what's happening? I put this up because for a reason. Investments in the U.S. under President Trump. Trump posted this, and he also posted, there's a reason I'm showing you this. He also posted this. Same suit, different bow tie. Except this one doesn't have the newest investor. Oh, yeah, it does. $500 billion from Apple. Apple. Gobs of money. G-O-B-S. Gobs of money. Because we talked about last night what they're finding out. It could be up to $2 trillion or more in the federal government through DOGE. I said, well, what about tariff income? What about tariff income? That's something we haven't experienced for over 100 years. Trump was talking about how just from China, it was billions and billions of dollars. And that's how our country used to run. Now you see investment dollars, okay? I'm looking at over $1.5 trillion in just these 5 deals. 5 deals. Oh, that's what Trump got done last week. That's his 5 bullet points. The one who doesn't have any energy left, doesn't know what he's doing, and this and that. But anyway, I found it interesting. It says Apple. And in one of his truths, he thanked the CEO of Apple. What's his name? Terry something. And I thought, wait a minute. Last time I heard Trump talking about Apple, he was a little aggravated with them. What was he aggravated over? Do you all know what Trump was aggravated about with Apple? Tim Cook, yeah, okay. And now he's like, thanks, Tim Cook. You did a real good job investing. $500 billion, $500 billion. But let's see if anybody gets it. Because I think something happened. I think something happened. And this deal was a result of it. They worked something out. What did they work out? I'll tell you what they worked out. Trump was mad. He was mad because they couldn't get into the devices for Thomas Crooks and that other weirdo that tried to assassinate Trump on his golf course. Angela got it. The phone encryption. The phone encryption. Notice how, is it just me? Or have you noticed in the past 4 or 5 days, Trump has been almost bubbly? Okay? Yes, he's been serious, and yes, he's getting a little rough with Zelensky and his words and things like that, but his overall affect is like he's crossed the bridge, gotten something done. And I think it was, because let me tell you something. In my way of looking at things, if I knew the head of a tech company that could give information states and they refused to do it, refused to assist, jail cell. And rightfully so, until they gave access. So I think they got a lot of information. And they already have incriminating stuff, especially on the 51 that Dan Bongino was referencing. But it's just putting the screws to them a little bit more. Hiya, boy. That would be Holo. Is that Holofix? I don't know. You tell me. This is a little funny thing here. From Babylon B. Trump fired after forgetting to reply to Elon's email. Now, Kash Patel came out and he said, Kristi Noem and Kash Patel both told their agencies not to worry about the email. And people say, oh, it's a rift. It's a rift and this and that. No, it's just Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, they're showing independence, okay? They're showing independence for when they drop the hammer on the other stuff. They can't out and out say that they're in Trump's back pocket or Elon's, okay? Anyway, this is a funny one here. Oh no, Admiral Piet last week. Don't fail me. I can't even remember what this is. Libs at TikTok put this out. Oh, breaking. Mayor Eric Adams is shutting down the Roosevelt Hotel Migrant Center, which has processed 173,000 plus arrivals since May 2023. I was going to put plus behind good riddance on Joy Behar on the thumbnail I did last night. Said he had a picture of Joy Reid and said good riddance. I was going to put plus because I knew there were more firings coming, and sure enough, the next day 3 more went. Man, wouldn't that have been great if I'd put that in there plus. Well, with the weekly migrant arrivals dropping from 4,000 to 350, New York City plans to close 53 shelters by 2025, saving taxpayers millions. Well, how about putting some homeless Americans in there? People that need treatment and counseling and something. Trump put this up. I was going to make a thumbnail out of this. I like that picture right there. The fundraiser, the fraudsters, liars, cheaters, globalists, and deep state bureaucrats are being sent packing. The illegal alien criminals are being sent home. We're draining the swamp by restoring government by the people. That was President Donald J. Trump at CPAC. Here you go. This is a good one to put on Meta right here. Great question. Celebrating the first, quote, person of color to serve as FBI director. It's not the color of your skin, it's your beliefs. That's what they're against. If you have traditional beliefs. Now, I want to tell you all something that is a spark of hope that also is going in the direction of things that I've talked about many times. Have you all heard about this? And what is going to come of it? Florida's Voice put out, just in, Governor Ron DeSantis on ending property taxes statewide. You buy a home, you buy land, and then you've been taxed many times on that. Is it your property or not? Just for being on your property, you've got to write a check to the government every year. A lot of places it's twice a year. And a lot of people can't afford that. That's a big issue. We're going to be looking at ways to bring people relief from that. That should be there's a scene in the movie Gone with the Wind. And I have the book. Who wrote that? Margaret Mitchell wrote Gone with the Wind. And I meant to read over that and get to that point in the movie to get more details. But after the war, Scarlett is by herself except for some holdover. And her old farm manager comes on the property saying, I'll buy this place off you, Scarlett, because I know you're not going to be able to pay them taxes. So you might as well sell it to me and I'll pay them taxes for you. And Scarlett grabbed a handful of dirt and threw it in his face and said, that's all of terror you'll ever get. And he went, I'll be glad to come back here and throw you off the property when you can't pay your taxes. So I'm curious as to when it was part of Reconstruction, 1865 through, I don't know when Reconstruction ended. But they never let it go, did they? They never let it go. Are we still rebuilding from the Civil freaking War? Or did they bloat their governments, their local governments, like ticks on the back of a St. Bernard, just the way the federal government? So I might get a clip of that scene where she throws dirt in his face. This is all of terror you're ever going to get. And yeah, because there's a whole industries of people running around trying to steal property. You know, they don't buy it; they try to steal it. People that have fallen ill, retired, and their only income can't cover their property. They lose property they've worked for all their lives. So, yeah, I think we got to give Trump time to take care of things one thing at a time. I think we'll get to it. Certainly the movement will grow and continue to grow after Trump's finishes his term. Here, a U.S. flag hung upside down at Yosemite after firings. So the little minions for the deep state, the little ne'er-do-wells, are showing their signs of resistance. Remember I showed you all a video of a flaming drag guy or gal or whatever doing a video for the national parks. And they were recruiting like-minded people to work in the parks. And I said they were injecting them everywhere they could put them. And this is an example of that. And I had a video, but I decided not to upload it because it's disgusting. Something else they're doing, let me find the story on it so I can show you. And I think the guy in charge of HUD, do you all know his name? I don't want the video. I don't want the video going around. It's AI, okay? And it's Trump kissing Elon's feet, bare feet. Video of Trump, President Trump kissing Elon Musk's feet is played in the Federal Department of Housing and Urban Development cafeteria this morning. Insubordination on steroids. It's a gross video made with AI. And there's Trump, and you can't really see it, but he's kissing all over his toes and all over Elon's feet, and Elon's sitting in a chair looking down at him. And I think the guy who is in charge of HUD, every time I've seen him or heard him talk, he's been fired up. He understands the program, and I think he's going to put some Ajax on somebody for doing that. There's going to be some people getting their asses thrown out of that building. So I look forward to seeing that. Whack job right here. And you know, I think, I don't know if this is TikTok or Twitch. Twitch has got problems. But anyway, here's somebody else that needs to get their cage rattled. Needs to sit and go in jail for a little bit. Right here.
Every day that I wake up, I just hope someone takes one for the team. Just go out in a blaze of glory. We will always keep money on your book. We will write you letters every day. We'll put your face on prayer candles, build statues of you. Hell, since the Catholic Church is on that side, they may even literally make you a saint.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Nothing should happen to these nice people. Here, what's this one? Here's another nut. See if you can figure out what the hell she's talking about. What is this one now? The other one was a federal employee. Oh, this one here, she admits towards the end she hasn't paid tax. She hasn't filed taxes. Young person hadn't filed taxes in 8 years. And she's saying they don't even have enough IRS agents to find out about me not filing my taxes. Look how stupid they are firing these. Like, talk about backwards thinking. But anyway, I'll go ahead and play it and see what you think of it.
I promised myself I would avoid the news. But obviously I haven't. Here's my one thought. I mean, I have many thoughts. Elon Musk, like, we need to X him, and by X I mean formerly known as assassination. I know someone from FBI is gonna fucking show up. I don't. Arrest me. You don't have enough people to even investigate me at this point. I haven't filed my taxes in like 8 years. And yet, no one's covered me. So, I'm gonna fucking say it. Let's assassinate some motherfuckers.
She wants to do the assassination on Musk. And had filed her taxes. These people have lost their damn minds. Let me see. Wait a minute. I've been checking the chat. Hi, Tammy. How you doing? Oh, good. We're on TV. That's good. Oh, boy. I forgot to see if that was... Well, the television shows it's you said 300,000. It's going to be 400,000. Hi, Hawks. How you doing? Let me see. I can't go very far back. I wanted to check on. I asked that one poster if they were another person. Oh my. Well, I guess I'll find out down the road. But anyway, hi, Pappy Two Bears, how you doing? Hawk from Texas, how you doing? So anyway, since we're playing lunatics, here's Jasmine Crockett. She's going to tell everybody the same thing Ilhan Omar said. That a bunch of stupid people came out of the woodwork. That's the only reason Trump got elected. Not brilliant people like her and Ilhan Omar.
Like, and we know, like, this isn't me trying to throw shade. These are just the facts. Mm-hmm. When you look at who's voting for who, the less educated folk, and when I say educated, that literally don't want to read and enlighten themselves on facts. Mm-hmm. Those are the people that typically vote for the Republicans. Theses as Democrats, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we want to give you every single little detail that we can find so that you can have all the information. But the reality is that the average person that is going out there and voting, they're not paying attention to.
Yeah, we're all just a bunch of dumb hillbillies. And I was looking at her fingernails, and I remember how Marjorie Taylor Greene made fun of her eyelashes. That reminds me, I was going to tell you all about a lady who's been posting for a while. I can't remember her name. Let me see if I got a picture of one of her thumbnails. And she'd be a good one to watch or subscribe to, just to give her a boost, because she's an older lady, a mature lady, damn it. And she does videos telling these younger people, here she is. Her name is Sand Faye. Sand Faye Reacts. And she does videos about people on HUD, people on food stamps, people cheating the system. And she says, when food stamps EBT funds your hair and nails and lashes, EBT at its finest. And like this guy said, everyone won't agree, but if you can't pay $400 for hair, $200 for nails, then you have no business asking for EBT food stamps. She does some pretty good videos. Sand Faye Reacts. Give her a look and maybe sub to it if you like it. And I think you will. Here's that post Thomas Massey put up. USAID funded an organization that fabricated evidence which was used to impeach President Trump. The deep state frequently funds regime changes efforts abroad, but when it uses taxpayers' money to undermine our own government, isn't that the big T word, as in reason with a T in front? And what the other thing DOGE is finding out right here, the reason I showed that Ouchie, Dr. Ouchie thing coming around to so basically taxpayers paid for the creation of the COVID-19 virus through U.S. aid and then paid the mainstream media to brainwash them about masks, VAXs, and lockdowns. How many times have we played that Mockingbird video where everybody in the news organizations are saying the same exact words? All funded through U.S. Let me see if I can find, well, if I get to it, I'll get to it. Don't forget about this, folks. Are we going to find out why Epstein had these two paintings in his Manhattan townhouse? That'd be a good one to take a screenshot of and put it on your Meta and just leave it there. Let people look at it and go, what the hell is this all about? Elon Musk. Wow, he said. This is the one I was talking about. USAID's Haiti scandal is staggering. U.S. sent $4.4 billion. Less than 2% reached Haitians. 56% line the pockets of D.C. firms. The Red Cross claimed to shelter 130,000 people, but built just 6 homes. No transparency, no accountability. These are all the things people are going to be seeing. AP, we know they got USAID money. For what? Second type of bird flu detected in U.S. dairy food. Here's how to protect them. Egg prices are soaring. Don't expect that to change anytime soon. A drumbeat of propaganda. DOGE subcommittee put this out. $40 million of your tax dollars went to a Wuhan scientist to study bat corona and then virus emergence. The same people who dismissed the lab leak theory were funding the research. You can't make this up. Coordinated. Let me see. I want to give some credit to this girl right here. She's whispering. She's a little hard to hear. And because I keep putting the crazies up, this is a girl that admits she doesn't know how to read. I want to give her credit. At least she recognizes it's a problem. And if you listen to her, she'll tell you that she is trying to learn how to spell on her own. She made it all the way to a bachelor's degree, college degree, and can't spell. Her younger sisters can't spell. Not only that, but what else has been pumped in their heads that causes the videos of the first 3 I played, where they're going out of their minds? Do you think they can spell either? But will they admit it and take steps to change things for the better?
I'm 27 years old in a corporate job, and I do not know how to spell. Okay? Because I'm from the generation where I'm in 5th grade, and I had a laptop with spell check on it. That's ridiculous. So now I'm 27 years
So she's online trying to learn how to spell, and she realizes it's a problem, and she's taking steps to fix it. Give them credit for that. Ha ha ha, yeah. Yeah, she watching Utizzle. Yeah, I guess there are Utizzle videos tell you how to spell. Let me see. What else have we got here? Somebody put out something about how these messages, we already know how they're coordinated. I just want to put stuff up to that people can share, and because I had a friend of mine say, I'm never going to believe that all the media companies are owned by about 6 entities and used to brainwash. I just don't believe that. Well, stuff's coming out to where you're pretty much going to have to believe it. What's this? Oh, Elon Musk. This is from Fox News. Justify about the why they put the email out. The reason it matters is that a significant number of people who are supposed to be working for the government are doing so little work, they're not even checking their emails at all. In some cases, we believe non-existent people or the identities of dead people are being used to collect paychecks. In other words, there's outright fraud. Well, we were worried about the people getting Social Security being over 110, 20 years old. Now we're looking at a whole new source of fraud. People pretending they're an employee and they just get paychecks. But here's something that's in common with all these characters, except that girl who's trying to learn how to spell. All these ones I showed that want to assassinate people. On the hilltop, you're fired for not taking the VAX. Whoa, wait a minute. And they all go, hey. What happened? There you are. They're all happy. You're fired for not doing your job. They're all mad. Whoa, what the heck is going on here? I got to put that in the front. There we go. Boop. There we go. Oh, the Ephesians wants to overpower that particular meme. Here we go, folks. What do you think of this? In her acceptance speech, this is ABC. Whoa, Ephesians is trying to jump up on me. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm not complaining because it's important. But I need to get it to stop. In her acceptance speech for a lifetime achievement, Jane Fonda spoke about the current political state. What we actors create is empathy, she said. Our job is to understand another human being so profoundly that we can touch their souls. And make no mistake, empathy is not weak or woke. By the way, woke just means you give a damn about other people. And of course, you know what I put in the comments. Like the Vietnam POWs. Here she is. Plastic face. Getting her award. Make no mistake, empathy is not weak or woke. You just give a damn about people. Did you think that way about the POWs that you were She should have been in jail for that. Her and John Kerry. Maybe it'll still happen. I don't know. Here we go. Now that DOGE exposed U.S. aid funding with our tax money for the sham drum-up support from celebrities paid to lie to us and fool us into standing behind Ukraine, should these stars be forced to give our money back? Why would U.S. aid pay Hollywood celebrities to meet with Zelensky? Van Damme, $1,500,000. Ben Stiller, $4 million. Sean Penn, $5 million. Orlando Bloom, $8 million. Angelina Jolie, $20 million. Yes, Trump should impound that money and do a clawback. Do a clawback. Here's one. Here's one you can put on Meta. What would you say you do here? I lose wars since 70 years. I supply him for $36 trillion. Maybe people will wake up. Here's a bright side right here. This is a young man I talked about, Adam Francisco. He's a young man. He has kidney failure. And I put a post up about him on my community page for y'all to check him out. He does good little short videos, aggravating libs. But anyway, Adam Francisco. Democrats currently have a 68 disapproval rating and a 21% approval rating. How the hell do they expect to win in 2028? Here you go. There's a screenshot. There's the hope for the future, and it looks like they're getting buried big time. Hi, Hebrew. How you doing? Theodosius. How you doing? Localas. Nice to see you. So, anyway, it's getting through some people's heads. Oh, my gosh. This never used to happen in the UK. What changed? Mail online. I got to be careful what I say. A person, 17 years old, was STABB in an ED. Standing in a clothing store. How much you want to bet it was a new neighbor that did it? A new neighbor. Here we got Citizens Free Press put this up. Raise your hand if you're working on AI tonight. Elon Musk said, the last time I raised my hand, I got into trouble. But yeah, I'm working on AI. Did y'all see Steve Bannon? He did that 4 times, sticking his hand out, waving at the crowd so they would all pull their usual crap. Who's this one? What is going on with Obama's library? I got the screenshot of Jesse Waters. Last I heard about Obama's library was that they'd just gotten earth-moving permits. But then I didn't hear anything for the longest time. I mean, we're talking going on 9 years. And they say it's a pile of garbage, and he's being sued over DEI library. He faces a $40 million lawsuit. I don't know. I didn't think they'd ever give him the permits. I thought he was being prevented from building a library because of his status, if you know what I mean. What is this one? Oops. Oh, I already played that one. Here's the article I was telling you about. What the hell? Teachers union boss Randy Weingarten enters Ukraine to assess the situation. That is going to be another gold mine. All right, well, we're spending on national education. Remember, it jumped up from 30-some billion to the next year went up to over 250 billion. And it's still that way. And that's where we're going to find a hell of a lot of money. Here we go. Here's what I was looking for. Mila Joy put this up. 6,000 journalists and 700 newsrooms. I'll repeat that. 6,000 newsrooms received U.S. aid money. It's a wonder all of them parrot the same news. They're all paid off. They used to call it controlled opposition, paid opposition. This isn't opposition. All right, these are invaders. Here you go. Federal workers are making 10-minute long TikTok videos complaining about Elon's email. They could easily take only half this time to write 5 bullet points about what they accomplished in a week. And that's the truth. Like that video I played of that girl. This is the guy I was talking about, Hassan Piker. This is a screenshot of one of his broadcasts where he actually put this outfit on. And in his past broadcasts, he said that Israeli babies were legitimate targets for Hamas. And that the Americans deserved 9/11. People dressed just like this, carrying automatic rifles and singing in Arabic. And he says they're doing a musical. And what they're saying is to KILL, Jewish people and the American people. And in other words, he plays propaganda. And this is all on Twitch. So the other day, he dressed up like one of the terrorists. When is somebody going to do something about Twitch? I was on Twitch briefly to follow somebody named Truth and Art TV, Bernie on Truth and Art TV. He got kicked off because some liberal accused him of saying that people who commit treason against the country should meet the ultimate penalty. So this person made a complaint about him, and they took his channel down. So I wrote to Twitch in evaluation on Google Play or whatever it's called, a rating. I said, you got a bunch of political bedwetters, too sensitive, and take people down you shouldn't take down. And so they took someone down with a conservative view, but they have this person up, And he is the largest influencer on social media, period. Forget Joe Rogan, forget Tucker Carlson, forget it, all of them. This guy named Hassan Piker, I believe that's his name, is got the largest audience and the biggest reach. I want to know who's getting non-governmental organizations through the Muslim Brotherhood to get all that attention and all that exposure. Audit reveals all Fort Knox gold replaced with IOUs. Let's see. Here, Trump put this up. This was right after he told Elon to get more aggressive. Elon Musk said 7 out of 10 voters want $1 trillion removed from federal spending. Truth be told, it's probably a lot more than that. So when you're at 70%, yeah, it's time to drop the hammer, time to get aggressive, time to push. This is once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime. Here's a way Trump administration is making money. Right here. I talked about this the other day. I think it's a great way to raise money and pay down the debt. Or give people money back.
White House is looking to sell the Nancy Pelosi Federal Building on 7th Street and the century-old building at 50 United Nations Plaza. The Trump administration says it will save money by avoiding maintenance on the buildings, selling the properties, then leasing office space for federal workers. Former Congresswoman Jackie Spears says it's just about vengeance.
It's another example of how he's coming after Democrats, he's coming after California, and it's all about payback.
Yeah, right. It's probably an empty building. They claim they're renting out to government office space, and a ghost building. A ghost building. That's what I think. You think I'm wrong? I could be wrong. I doubt it, though. Here you go. I'm at the hour and a half mark. I want to play a little something from Tom Homan. Let me see what's going on in the chats. Oh, yeah, I heard about that too, Localized, about money. It's like I was saying last night. They're like the mob, the mafia. Everywhere they look, it's something for them to steal. They'll think of a scam. Stocks, phony book sales, phony employees, phony social security numbers, MREs, if they can make $1 off them, taking food from service members, any way they can get away with it. They have no compunction. I'm just looking through the chats. Okay, I'll check it out. Let me see. Here's what Johnson said. Mike Johnson. Elon has cracked the code. He's now inside these agencies. He's created these algorithms. Remember I was talking about the 17th letter, was talking about DARPA, okay? I guess I could say it once, DARPA. And the F9 algorithm. Who created the F9 algorithm? That was for dissemination of information and control of the media and censorship. So he's probably got a similar algorithm. So he's created these algorithms that are constantly crawling through the data. As he told me in his office, the data doesn't lie. We're going to be able to get the information. We're going to be able to transform the way federal government works. So all these little messages have got them. Is this? Oh my gosh, Republican Congress Mike saying he would effing KILL Tucker Carlson if he ever met him. Boy, that was a dopey thing to say. But, you know, he's a hothead, just like you can check. Did you see the clip now? I've talked about JLR investigates. You know, just like I did the other lady earlier. This Trump impersonator came up to Alec Baldwin, and Baldwin said if the cameras weren't around, he'd snap his effing neck. So JLR did a video on it. I could have downloaded it, but I wanted to hurry up and get up live before it got too late. But anyway, yeah, you got these daggone hotheads. All right, folks, we'll play a little of the boss man here, the Tom Homan, Ice Boss Man. So anyway, I appreciate you all spending your precious time with me. I hope you gave me a thumbs up when you came in, or if you think about it, give me one on the way out. And I appreciate everybody's helped me on Buy Me a Coffee. I have a link in the description. I'm totally viewer supported. I don't get any income from Utizzle. I basically go by people contributing to the channel on Buy Me a Coffee. Link in the description. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this little clip on the way out. Just Tom Homan telling you what he thinks. And I should be going. If something big happens, I'll go live tomorrow night. If not, I'll see you all probably Wednesday night. And I hope you all have a great evening. I'll be seeing you soon. Enjoy the clip. This is Mountain Man. Over and out.
How you doing? Look, let me start out by saying this. If I offend anybody today, I don't give a shit. Don't care. The media in the back room, I'm sure I'll be reading a lot of hit pieces on me tomorrow. I don't give a shit what you think about me. I get asked all the time, does it bother you? There's a big part of this country that hates your guts. I don't care. I don't care. Because we got a job to do. You know, I wake up every day for the last 4 years pissed off because the Biden administration took the most secure border in my lifetime and unsecured it on purpose. Right? I worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. Every president I ever worked for took steps to secure the border. Even Clinton and Obama took steps to secure the border because they clearly understood you can't have national security without border security. They got it. Joe Biden's the first president in history of the nation who came into office and unsecured the border on purpose. So for 4 years, I wake up every day pissed off. That changed November 5th. Now I wake up every day excited because I work for the greatest president of my lifetime, Donald J. Trump.